You just have to finish in front of them. Yeah, let's just start that unlocking. I mean, I do hope that Tropy gets unlocked simply for doing this race thing. Oh, they do tell you the time, 1:51. Then Velo, that's a big difference between Tropy and Velo. Like, holy shit. Well, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, beating Velo, well, I checked guides and they say that beating the Velo Ghost doesn't do anything. Well, they don't say that, they simply don't mention the Velo Ghost. So essentially, I wouldn't know if they unlock something or not, but I think they simply don't. Tropy obviously unlocks, well, Tropy. Oh, but this guy is fast. Gotta be careful, because it ain't gonna be that easy. Keep in mind that theoretically, I'm using what's supposed to be a speed type character. A character that sacrifices all of the handling to go fast. So theoretically, I have the best character to do that. Well, I mean this. Which means that if I cannot manage to get it now, I will have to worry. But yeah, I think that precisely because this track is so straightforward, is that I think that there are simply a lot of optimizations to be made. Well, a lot of optimizations that are very small, but that at the end of the day they matter a lot. And I'm assuming that's what you need to do to beat Velo. As you can see, Tropy is not a problem. Tropy just, you know, he just falls behind. Not by much though. Like, how do you beat Velo here, dude? Like, what sort of magic? Like, maybe there is a mechanic that I'm not aware of. I don't know. It's a possibility. Because that's like how many? 15 seconds? Like, that's a lot. I think it was 131, wasn't it? I have no clue. Like, there has to be a mechanic I'm not using. So whatever mechanic I'm not using is at least not needed for Tropy. And Velo here, that's a very ugly Velo. But yeah, I think that that's the real Velo. Because this game makes the distinction between Velo, the one that you fight as a final boss in Adventure mode, and real Velo, that is simply the Velo that is inside the suit, which is the actual playable one. And judging by that portrait, I think that's intended to be real Velo. Which is lame because he looks ugly. Not like the other Velo is a set symbol or anything like that. He at least looks badass. Real Velo just looks ugly. So does Tropy even take this shortcut? I don't think he does. Does he? No. In fact, you know what most likely happens? Pretty sure that Tropy doesn't take any shortcut. I think the Tropy ghosts are essentially like trying to do as many drift boosts as possible, and that's the end of that. I don't think they ever try to take a shortcut. And I will try to take that one, but unfortunately, in this game, taking that shortcut is hard. Like, it's not easy at all. It's very hard to take that. So yeah, Just one of those things. But it should at least be free to do the Tropy Ghost. I will assume that the only exception is in tracks where you can fall. Tracks that you can fall most likely are not gonna be free. Because I wanna assume that if you fall once, the Tropy is gonna overtake. Well, I say overtake as if it's something that he could change, but in reality, it's simply a time that is already set, you know? It's not like you are... It's not like he's doing anything smart. It's just a dev grabbed the controller, he played time trial and recorded his time. That's how it works. So yeah, you just need to go fast. Well, or faster than him at least. Oh, and you can see that Tropy gets blur, well, not blur out, he gets black and white. That blur is not intentional, that's an emulation thing. If I had to take a wild guess, the reason why the portraits don't show perfectly is because Dolphin has an option that is, I think, cache accuracy. Because I think 2D sprites are cached to like reduce the load or some shit. And the cache is something that is not extremely accurate, or rather, it can be chosen to not be extremely accurate, so that way it doesn't take that many resources. So I think that that's what's happening here. Like, they most likely will look good if you had the cache set all the way to, well, accurate or whatever the option is supposed to be. But if you do that, chances are that the game is gonna run slower, so not a fan of doing that. So I already did that with another game, a game called Cruising on the Wii. That game, for some, I mean, it was a very cheap game, like one of those games that was probably not giving too much time or budget to do. Not to mention they also had some trouble with copyright, because it was supposed to be a Fast and Furious game that had to be completely re-rendered, right? So that game, the people that appear in the game, they are not 3D models, they are 2D sprites, animated sprites. And if you want them to display properly in this emulator, you have to set that cache option to safe. Yeah, that's what it says. So basically, you have a slider that goes from safe to fast. By default, Dolphin has the slider set to fast, since that makes games play very well. But yeah, it has the disadvantage of butchering a lot of 2D sprites. In this game it doesn't matter that much, since the only sprites that seem to matter are the ones that are on the character selection screen, and I simply don't care. I mean, don't care enough. Obviously, if you could pick an option with no downsides, I would, but since I don't care about dealing with or rather, I don't want to deal with the downsides, I'll just leave it like that. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, at least you can tell who the characters are. Well, the weird thing is that some portraits look good and some others don't. So, for example, here you have, well, portrait looking good, but these ones don't. And also it's not the case for Dingodile. But you can tell that it's Dingodile, even if it has those awkward lines. That's Dingodile. That's undoubtedly Dingodile. And the same with Crash and company, you know. I mean, it's the advantage of having iconic designs. Though I cannot say the same about those Sam and Sem guys. I still have no clue where those guys are from. Maybe they are from Wrath of Cortex. I mean, that Wrath of Cortex is a game that I only played once, and then never again. I could play that game on stream. But it would feel a little bit awkward to play that game on stream and not the original trilogy. Because it's basically a game that is, well, at least for what I played, it's simply an inferior game to any of the ones in the trilogy. And it's okay, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything groundbreaking, but I really wouldn't say that it's a game that is very worth playing, having the trilogy there. It is worth playing if you like the trilogy and you want more. But yeah, as far as replaying it goes, here I probably just will do it for stream purpose, right? Like just to be like, hey, I stream every Crash game that matters. Oh, Tropy, you're very close. Why are you so close?
Blink and you'll miss me.
I also don't understand what you're saying, by the way. You gotta understand I'm an ESL, and that's a problem. Being an ESL and hearing people speak English with a thick accent is a little bit hard to figure out what they say. Well, I don't even know if he has a thick accent, but...
No time like the present.
Wait, why did you say no time like the present? I won. Or maybe you say that to cope that you didn't. It's okay. I did beat him, right? Well, if it say that I unlock a new ghost, I should have. Because you unlock Velo only by beating Tropy, obviously. I don't remember if that was the case in Crash Team Racing. If you unlock Outside by beating Tropy, or if you also need to set a good time to unlock Outside. I don't remember if that was the case. It's been a very long time since I done it, so will be hard to recall. Guess that means you can't understand Dingodile either. Well, the thing about Dingodile is that he's not supposed to talk. For what I remember, Dingodile is, well, obviously a monster. He's supposed to be a dingo and a crocodile at the same time. But the thing is that I think I distinctly remember this guy just doing monster noises. Just like Tiny Tiger. Tiny Tiger also wasn't supposed to talk. But they both talk in this game. So I don't know if they are supposed to talk or not. Very hard to tell. I mean, yeah, it's easy to tell in this game because they talk. But I mean that it's hard to tell if Naughty Dog intended to make them talk. Because essentially the only characters... Oh fuck, damn, that's a huge speed loss. But yeah, as you can see here, it's not like Tropy is doing very well at all. It's just doing stuff. He's there. It's fine. It's not gonna be a problem. Well, here I know that he said alrighty. That much I understood. Yeah, I was about to say that in the original games, the only ones I remember talking from the games that Naughty Dog made, they are, I'm pretty sure it's only Cortex, Coco, and Rio, well, and the masks. But those are, well, Outside too. Okay, hold up. If we're talking about Crash Team Racing, then essentially all of the bosses told. So that also includes like Pinstripe, the Komodo Bros. Well, I think Papu Papu is also supposed to talk, it's just that he talks in another language. Okay, man, Tropy just got left behind. He said crikey? Really? Wait, he's supposed to be Australian? Okay, well, I guess in that case, if that is the case, then no, there is no way I will recognize the words he says. Well, it's fine. I don't need to. I just need him to go fast. And that is what he's doing, so hey. That works for me. At least for now, I can say it works. And this is the one that, yeah, I saved the ghost. Just simply to know what it meant to save a ghost. I gotta be careful because that one ghost, that's like I beat Tropy with that time, but not by much. And I think I remember doing one mistake, but if I make more than one mistake, it will be hard. And keep in mind that this is a track that has obstacles. So making a mistake is a lot easier than in any other track, essentially. Have fun. No.
The real time not upon you.
What did you say? I don't know. Oh, hold up. Are you gonna take this shortcut? Does he? I don't think he does, right? I mean, it's hard to tell, unfortunately, because the minimap works in very weird ways. But I think he didn't take it. I don't know why they made the minimap so awkward. But it's as I say, like, this game really reeks of getting rushed to oblivion. And yeah, the minimap working the way it does, I can imagine that it probably went something like this. You know that when you are developing something, it doesn't matter if it's a game or whatever it is, you usually, for a big team, not if you're doing like an indie development, but if you're working for a big team, you usually have something that, well, depending on where, they are called issues. I mean, well, you know what an issue is because it's a common word, but I mean, in this case, it's essentially a specific thing that happens to the application that you are coding that shouldn't happen. You can call it a bug, but it's not necessarily always a bug. It can be also something that could be done better. Something that could have like a better quality or simply work in a more efficient way. So something tells me that for the minimap, they probably had an issue that said, you know, make the minimap more, you know, like easier to read, well, read or see, right? And since they were most likely running out of time, they were like, well, this one since it's not priority, we're not gonna bother with that. And I mean, it makes sense because it is not priority. Like, it's not a priority at all. Though there is also another chance that I'm not taking into account. That is that it might be an emulation thing. Like, here I'm just shit talking the developers, and maybe at the end of the day it's just that that cache thing that I mentioned earlier with the emulator, maybe that's the one that also produces the minimap to go berserk. Well, saying go berserk is exaggerated because it works, it simply doesn't work perfectly. Also here, to do this faster in terms of to scroll through the tracks faster, from now on it's gonna be easier to go up instead of going down. So I probably should do that. But yeah, out of time. So this is a track that if you manage to get the shortcut, like the second shortcut in the track. How? What the hell? Well, that was weird. That wasn't supposed to happen. Whatever. At least I got this shortcut. And as you can see, Tropy doesn't take it. Tropy doesn't care about that shortcut. It's admittedly his loss because that makes you go very fast. So at this rate, I'm definitely not gonna go faster than my previous PB. I guess it will be slightly sad, but it happens. I don't even know with which character I even made this PB. Because I didn't save the ghost. I mean, I will realize which one it is when I look at the leaderboard. Nice. Yeah, that shortcut is so cheap. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this might be the easiest Velo ghost to beat. Because not only if you get that shortcut, but also if you get the shortcut here that I'm not even attempting. Like, I don't know if Velo takes all of them or if he doesn't even care. But regardless, will be nice. Oh, can you imagine? Like, you know that, well, as I say, Tropy gets unlocked by beating all of his ghosts, right? So imagine you are a kid with no internet and you think that to unlock Velo you also have to beat his ghost, even though beating Velo ghost is a lot harder. So imagine you do that and you manage to beat all the Velo ghosts after a lot of effort, only to realize Velo doesn't get unlocked that way. That's pretty funny. A little bit tragic, I will say. But you know, in this game, if you want to unlock Velo, you have to beat the adventure mode with the two teams, with Bandicoot. Yeah, and my previous time was actually faster by 2 seconds. It's because for some reason I missed the first jump, even though I went right through the ramp. Kinda like I got stopped. Well, it doesn't matter though. But yeah, Velo gets unlocked by beating Adventure with the two teams. Which seems a little bit backwards, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. It does seem quite backwards though. But yeah, like, the game is just lacking characters. It's just the way it is. So even if you unlock them all, it still feels that there should be more. Hey, don't worry about it. Oh, and this, the first shortcut of this track, should I risk it? So I don't know if I should even say that I will risk it, because it's not like going the other way is safe. Like, the other way is absolutely full of like 90-degree turns and shit, and that was bad. That was bad. Fortunately, Dingodile here doesn't have very good handling. So corners like that, that was very close. They are very hard to stay there. I mean, the PB here on this track, I did it with Cortex. Cortex is supposed to be balance type, just like Crash. So a track like this specifically is a lot easier with a balance type. It most likely is still not faster, assuming you play perfectly. But if you don't play perfectly and you obviously have some troubles steering in these corners, then a balance type will obviously work a lot better than a speed type. But at the end of the day, just like in Crash Team Racing, if you want to get the best time, you have to pick a speed type. If only the game actually told you who the speed types are. In fact, I fucked up. It's okay, that still shouldn't make Tropy overtake me. You can see what the danger of taking that shortcut is. So I messed up for drifting on the last gear, when in reality instead of doing that, you should go straight or steer. I'm fucking up quite a lot. I'm glad that I built all that lead, because without that lead, I'm afraid. No, you know, here's the thing. In reality, you know what's happening? I'm throwing on purpose just to make it more exciting. That's what I'm doing, obviously. Don't think I'm messing up. No. This is on purpose just to make them. And even with all those mistakes, I still almost did as fast as Cortex. So I don't know if that's because of because it's a speed type, or because with Cortex I also made mistakes. But I don't remember making any mistake with Cortex at all. So something tells me that speed type might make more of a difference than I thought. Because I thought the difference will be something that is a matter of like milliseconds, like maybe not milliseconds, but like at most half a second gain per lap or something like that. But no, it might be more than that. I really remember that run not having mistakes, or by mistakes I mean falling or crashing. And with Dingodile I both fell and crashed, and I still got a similar time, so. But maybe it's just my memory being dog shit. I most likely think that's the case. Oh, hello. Don't you think you are too close? Come on, I need you to shove like you did last time, bro. If you don't mind. But like you did last time. Actually, saying last time is not very specific. That's because there wasn't a single time where you...
No time like the present.
where you try to go very fast. But this time he is actually trying. Or maybe it's simply that this track is harder. Ah, he fucked up. Damn it. That was my bad. This is another track just like... Yeah, okay, well I need to retry that. Damn it. You know, I was about to say that this is another track like Clockwork Woompa that it's just very hard to do this type of drift boost. Because there are many zones that they kinda encourage you to go straight. This one's in particular where you have all these like swinging spike cylinders or whatever you call them. Like those things, it's an area where you're clearly, assuming you are not trying to go fast, you are intended to go straight. Well, though, at least here, seems like you can still chain the boost if you keep them from before, so I almost fucked up. I had to brake. See, in that corner... Wait, why are these two hitting at the same time? What the hell? Wait, that's not normal. Like, it's supposed to be only one statue hitting. Is that a bug? Well, that will be messed up, because if you get unlucky, there is no way to get through that without getting killed. And that's fucked up. Wow, that was a very good corner. Very, very good. Come on, keep going fast. It does seem that, as I said, you can mostly keep the boost there if you make an effort at least to boost chain before that section. I mean, most likely the fastest strategy keeps boosting during that. But yeah, what's this shit, dude? Okay, it seems like it was a bug. Probably because I pressed retry. I mean, it at least gets fixed by pressing the crate, but then that was crazy. It will be interesting if that's how it look in a real race. I mean, very messed up as well. It will be slightly entertaining. Essentially, seeing all of the racers go there and just get bopped by pure luck. It will be something. We like playing Mario Kart all over again. Ah, Colts. It's okay. No? I still should be fast enough. Yeah, Tropy is not even close. Don't worry. Well, not even close is a way of saying. He's relatively close. Not fast enough to get me, so worry not. We got this. Yeah. Damn, and that was a lot better than my previous time too. Like, damn. My previous time that was 3:43, wasn't it? So I think that time wouldn't have beaten Tropy at all. I wanna check, like, before I go to the next time trial. I think that might be the only first time I got that wouldn't have beaten Tropy. Let's check. Yeah, it wouldn't have, and by a lot even. That's fucked up. But yeah, that's the thing. There are some tracks that have messed up corners, so using a speed type like Dingo is hard. But hey, that also makes it more challenging. Because I mean, Tropy as it is not challenging to beat at all. Like there's nothing challenging against about going against Tropy. I mean, you have the pressure of not messing up. Aside from that pressure, you don't really have the pressure to go extremely fast. You simply are intended to not like to be boosting almost at all times. It's not even needed to do it at all times. It just has to be done almost at all times. And that is good enough. That is indeed good enough. And that means that, because you know that one of my fears of doing this time trial ghost was hyperspace way, because getting the shortcut right was and is a pain in the ass. But I think you don't even need the shortcut for Tropy. What you might need though is to dodge the electricity things. There is also something a little bit messed up, and it's that since there is no mini-map in Hyperspace Way, you cannot know how close or not you are to him. So if you at some point lose sight of him, you wouldn't know if you're actually ahead or behind him. I mean, you can check at the total time and have it as an objective to aim for, but I don't know. Also, Tropy is really getting fucked here. Very badly. I guess this one is... I would like to check Velo's time here. Because I mean, I technically seen it, but I don't remember. So my time right now is 2:43. Wait, no, I couldn't have seen it because it wasn't unlocked, obviously. But doesn't it show up regardless? No, it does show up regardless, like the time. It's simply that you cannot challenge it, but for some reason it does show up. So that was 2:43. How much does Velo have there? I wonder. How much do you have? Come on, I wanna see it, Velo. Yeah. I will say that's significantly faster though. If you try to go for the conveyor belt there, it makes it a lot easier than... well, not easier, but it makes it faster than what I just did. Not 9 seconds faster, mind you. That's something that requires driving a lot better. But yeah, it's another option to cut some time. Right, so here it's important to not get that happen. That thing that just happened, yeah. That's what should not happen. Maybe it's better to board it from the left side. That didn't touch me. I will have to call the bar, but that one, damn, I didn't even get the fastest start. It's like every attempt is worse than the previous one. It's whatever. I mean, I'm assuming outside here, yeah, outside, sorry, not outside, Tropy here doesn't do this that fast. Most likely not. In fact, he most likely doesn't take this shortcut. Even though this shortcut... Well, I guess if it wasn't for the arrow, you wouldn't really think of... Now, like, the arrow is the one that essentially lets you know that you're supposed to steer, but it's something that theoretically, if the arrow wasn't there, I feel like my instinct will just be to go for the shortcut. Like, not knowing that it is a shortcut. Obviously now, since I know that's the shortcut, I'm obviously gonna take it, but... yeah. Oh, damn it. Just like, for some of these corners I actually have to focus. I can't believe that didn't hit me. That looks sick. Going in between those cleaner robots, that looked pretty cool. Right, if I'm not mistaken, the train is gonna show up again. Yeah, indeed, there it is. In fact, the timing on the other laps, assuming you go fast, doesn't seem that bad, but the timing on the first lap is terrible. Like for the train, I mean. Like, it's simply right there in the middle, in the worst section of the rail possible. It's very messed up. Okay. No. Okay. Yet again, zigzagging the robots like it's nothing. Alright. Got him. I'm still upset that the devs were lazy enough to, for some reason, not give you the victory song when you actually win something. I know that this is not winning a race, but come on, bro, that song sounds like I lost, and I didn't lose. Well, theoretically you can call it a race because it's against a ghost, but yeah, whatever. So there should only be two more tracks remaining, Electron Avenue and Hyperspaceway. My only hope is that Hyperspaceway is not like you know, Tropy Ghost is very bad. That's my only hope for that track. So otherwise, I can imagine it being a pain. Electron Avenue, I'm not really afraid, especially because it's a long track. Being a long track most likely means that the Tropy Ghost goes a lot slower to leave margin for error. That being said though, I shouldn't take it for granted. Still should do my best to actually go fast, you know. think that this whole track in this game is supposed to be anti-gravity shit. Well, yeah, with the exception of a place like this, but like a very big portion of the track is anti-gravity. Yeah, thankfully, they remade it pretty well. They did a good job. Well, it's kinda half and half. The anti-gravity shit starts here. And then it doesn't stop until like the final section of the track. But as you can see by the minimap, Tropy is having some problems. It's more or less what I expected. And it most likely will be like hyperspace where it's most likely gonna be a repeat of this. Without a doubt. But it's still a hard track. I mean, like this guy might go quite slow, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be easy to not make mistakes, you know? We will see what happens. For now I have faith. So I'm still not sure if beating that one will give me all of the ghosts. What am I saying? If it will unlock Tropy, like if it counts as all the ghosts, or if it also wants the single lap ghost. I really hope not. I don't really have the motivation to do that. Especially since it will mean repeating the same tracks. Which I already had to repeat because you need to do the time trial once to unlock the ghost and then another one to beat the ghost. Well, and not to mention that if your objective is Velo, you need to do it a third time. So that was a lot faster than my previous one. So to be fair, my previous one most likely, like, you know, he probably had accidents happening. That lap time trial that you see there is the one that could ruin my plans to unlock this character. If that's not a thing, this is the last time trial. And this guy has almost 5 minutes. Like, I will have to mess up a lot to somehow not get this under 5 minutes. It could happen, but if I manage to get the shortcut right at least once, there is just no way this guy will be a problem. Oh, he starts with a boost. This is the only track that he has started with a boost. That's messed up. Maybe it does that because there is no minimap and like the game doesn't want you to lose track of him, I don't know. Well, I guess simply to test it, I'm gonna try to do this without... But damn, he's so close, dude. No know if doing this without the shortcut is the best idea, but I am tempted to do it just to check. I want to see how possible it is to beat this guy without it. If you go that slow, it won't be that possible indeed. Alright. Now, I really do wonder how the devs set these times that are clearly slower to what they can truly drive. That sucks, damn it. I don't know if they will sandbag on purpose or... Bro. Oh, and he's there. Damn it. I almost failed. But without shortcut, this might go down to the wire. Well, I guess that will make it more exciting. Assuming my next 2 laps are that same time, that will be a problem, because that's 5 minutes. Exactly 5 minutes. And this guy has 2 seconds less than 5 minutes, so... And that's very bad. Well, he's still somehow behind me, but not for long. I still refuse to take the shortcut though. I simply want to see if I can do it without it. If I can do it just with sheer speed. Well, sheer speed. I mean, taking the shortcut is also sheer speed. I guess it's a little bit more than just sheer speed. I almost got hit by that. Because the way these things rotate, it's simply so easy to get hit by them. Anyways, I was getting so fucked that I couldn't even finish my thought. I wanted to say that I wonder if the way the developer set this time is by sandbagging on purpose, as in going slow on purpose, or if they take a beta tester that more or less knows how to play the game but doesn't know the shortcuts and like the super optimal strats, and they use his times to do that. I don't know. I will assume that it's the developer purposely trying to emulate how a relatively new player will play. Well, not new, like a mediocre player. How a mediocre player will play. It is pretty possible to do it without the shortcut. It is actually very possible. As long as you don't fall or get hit by the electricity one too many times, it should be fine. I did hit by the electricity twice and by the fire once. So if even that is enough to beat this ghost, well, add a third one to that. So yeah, if this is enough to beat the ghost, then there should be no fear. Yeah, this is more than enough simply by adding all that time together. It's enough by 3 seconds, so it's not a crazy, amount. The question is if this is enough to unlock Tropy, because I wouldn't be seeing. Oh, there it is. Well, if you wanted to unlock Tropy, that's how you unlock him. It's still a shame that you wouldn't know what type of driver he is until you try him, like if he's speed, balance, or handling. But hey, at least the next time that you come here, well, assuming the memory card allows me to, But yeah, the next time you come here and you pick a character, you can pick Mr. Tropy there. So yeah, there you have Tropy.